Hello and welcome back to the Innsmouth Case with me, Bardon. Okay, so last time was a bit weird. We saw like some kind of weird orgy with some Cthulhu monsters that came out of the sea, and the detective here thought it was some kind of performance art. So that kind of is going to kind of set the scene, I guess, for how he deals with the rest of the case. But we're back here at the hotel, so let's continue on. A grey veil covers the town. The light of the sun drains away, and with it any residual heat. Although Innsmouth is a boring coastal town and probably doesn't have any street gangs, you feel relieved that you see the gables of Gilman Hotel. On your way here, you distinctly felt as if someone or something was following you. Definitely was. You could swear that there were shadows. They were only visible for a fraction of a second whenever you entered an alley. These fleeting shadows, they are still there lurking somewhere in the dark. You can feel it in your gut. It will soon be safe. The growing paranoia, the constant glances over your shoulder. Soon you can forget about all that. Grabbing a bottle of Jack is the only movement required once you're in your hotel room. The parking lot in front of the hotel is completely empty. Have all the guests left? Does Innsmouth even have a peak tourist season? Fortunately, the entry gate is not locked. In fact, everything seems just as it did this afternoon when you left the hotel. Not a soul around. The chandeliers light your way into the foyer, and the creaking floorboards welcome you. As you enter the foyer, you can barely believe your eyes. Who's waiting for you at the reception? None other than Cornelius Gilman III, and you could swear he is in exactly the same pose in which he left him. He stands motionless at the reception desk. Let's greet him. You can't just completely ignore the only other person in the building. You stroll leisurely to the reception desk and nod at Cornelius. How nice to see you. I trust your stay in Innsmouth has been pleasant so far. He smiles. I think we're the type that would just agree. Just nod. Yeah, great, you automatically reply, the same way you do when a child presents you with a particularly ugly drawing. Fantastic! In that case, I hope you have a good, sound sleep. You nod again. He is awfully polite. He keeps standing there for a while, smiling securely at the concierge. If this is a creepy smile contest, he definitely won. Not that this was ever in much doubt. You walk up the stairs to your floor, then you stroll along the long corridor until you reach the fork with the deceptive mirror. You briefly consider your appearance. You look quite exhausted, probably like anyone who spends their holidays in a town like Innsmouth. Are you imagining things, or do your eyes seem a little puffy today? All the more reasons to go to your room. You venture deep into the bizarre labyrinth of this hotel floor. You manage to find your room, and you only get lost once on the way. You quietly open the door and enter. Well. It is barely necessary to switch on the light. You walk towards one of the windows and look out into the starry sky. A huge, strangely green glowing moon illuminates your room like a spotlight. The whole room is plunged into a surreal glow. Unfortunately, there are no window blinds to block out the light. But in the picture there are curtains you could draw. Just great. Let's freshen up first. Fresh armpits are what distinguish humans from animals. You enter the bathroom under the flickering ceiling light, whose lamp has probably never been replaced. You brush your teeth. Let's take a closer look in the mirror. You put the toothbrush aside, your hands close around the edge of the wash basin, and you slowly lean towards the mirror. The flickering, glaring light of the ceiling lamp is not exactly flattering. Have you always had those round pop eyes? Uh-oh. Has your nose always been that sunken in? And you should really do something about these bulging wrinkles on your jaw and neck. Maybe a facelift, like all those Hollywood stars who tragically find themselves on the wrong side of 25. Looking at yourself gives you the creeps. Let's look closer. Oh, that wasn't good. Oh ho! You suddenly develop a morbid fascination with your own obvious physical decay. The person staring at you from within the mirror doesn't seem to be you anymore, but rather a caricature of yourself. You are reminded of one of the wolf characters from these old cartoons, the one that makes huge eyes when he sees a scantily clad lady. Except this is real life. Your fingers touch your uneven cheeks. You wander over to your hands. Your fingers feel all stiff, like you can't really move them anymore, like they've turned into shovels. You could really use a few hours sleep. Now that you are finally ready for bed, your body feels as heavy as lead. You stand in the middle of the room. The warm, stuffy air gives you a pleasantly tired feeling. You are safe here. There might be incestuous maniacs out there on the streets, but here you are safe from them. You drop into bed like someone who has no intention of getting up again. Hopefully we do get up again though. You are transitioned fluidly into your dreams. You're only just closed your eyes and you're already somewhere else. Suddenly your worries are very different. You're running in a desolate grey maze of winding alleys. You can hear the cheerful laughter of a small child. If only you could catch up, you could save the child and take them home to safety. You sprint down the path and turn around a corner, then around another. The alleyway stretches out in front of you, but there's no person to be seen anywhere. What was that? Was that a shadow at the corner of the street back there? The silhouette of a figure? You realise that someone is following you. And let's run faster. It's dreams. You always run faster in dreams. The figure in the distance has already disappeared behind the next corner. Maybe you can still catch up with it. The alley winds through the town in confusing ways. Nothing makes sense anymore because it's a dream. Although it's probably more than just a dream at that. Wherever you move, you never arrive in the place you expected to. It feels as if slowly but surely you're walking right into the jaws of a massive monster. All of a sudden the walls close in on you and the path becomes so narrow that you have to walk sideways in order to fit through. Whatever is behind you is getting closer. There's not much time left. Okay, What would you do in this situation in the dream? We don't want whatever's behind us to catch us, so I don't think we face the monster. We're trying to catch what's ahead of us, even though in a dream you never actually catch what you're chasing, but I think that's what we do. Squeeze through, keep going. You squeeze yourself further along the narrow pathway. The walls are now so close that they start to tug and scrape at on your clothes. The back of your hands start to burn because you keep scraping them on the surprisingly sharp edges of the rough bricks. Carefully but swiftly you walk along the alleyway. It almost seems to you as if the walls were built so that your body and your body alone could pass through it. A stencil, and you are the shape. Keep going, don't turn around. Already the path has been dark and poorly lit, and you couldn't see more than a few meters ahead, but now it seems as if the deepest, darkest night has fallen. Your fingertips continue to glide over the rough wall. Inch by inch you work your way forward. Something is definitely not right here. The alley you wanted to cross is no longer an alley. The wall all but clings to your body. Every inch of wall now presses your body in close, just as if this alley has been waiting for you, and you alone to enter it. Although you can no longer move freely, you appear to be moving forward. Are you still dreaming? You keep going. By now, you've forgotten why you started walking in the first place. The stone walls appear to be crawling into your skin. You feel sheltered and safe. It has always been your destiny to be here in this place right now. Final destination at last. You never wake up again. What? Oh, nightmare. You die in your sleep. Sweet dreams. Wow. Okay. So we'll leave it there and then we'll pick up again. Yeah, I guess we'll pick up next time. And see what happens from here. So it looks like it might be a game over, but it's not going to be the end of this game. Okay, so hope you have enjoyed this one. Hope you're keeping safe out there and hope to see you next time. Goodbye. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button there on the right, or checking out some other videos here on the left, or perhaps you might even share with some friends.